What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chewed Up and Spit Out. As always, I'm just Dusty.
And I'm still Jeff.
And sitting with us tonight, we have... Mirika. Good friend, neighbor, all that good stuff.
Also spent her time in the service industry as well.
Yep. Real people person.
Wish I could say fun times.
No, yeah, it always seems like when people talk about service industry or any of that stuff, it never is like, that was so fun. It's more like, that was fucking Vietnam, man.
I did my time. Where were you?
Yeah. I seen shit.
You don't know where I've been.
Exactly. All right, so your times in the industry. Give us a tidbit on that.
Pretty much worked in small restaurants, family owned, which meant that I avoided the corporate, but got the family drama.
Awesome.
Yeah, just small towns, tourists, pass-throughs.
It is funny how it does seem that the family places, especially when it's actually like a family owned, where the family's all throughout it. Yeah, it's like you miss out on the corporate drama, but you get way too much family drama. Start getting locked into shit like you would never care about before. Like Uncle Ted's fucking over there drinking again. He's not even my uncle.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe I guess working in family establishments versus corporate would be like dog years, I guess. You know, you spend 1 year in a family establishment and while going through some shit, and all that. Guess what? That's 7 years in corporate.
Yup. Yeah, it's an interesting feel. You definitely get sucked in deeper than you thought you were going to go. I thought I was just serving tables.
I did not sign up for this, But it's only fucking 6 o'clock p.m., so I want to make money tonight.
I need some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely... There's always something interesting with it. On the other hand, though, you do meet some fun people.
There's a lot of characters in the industry. Yeah.
That be for show.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me, too, how many how many actors and shit like that come out of the industry.
Oh, yeah. It's a giant acting job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Especially in the front of the house. You're acting on a fucking regular.
I have to pretend I care about what you want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I have to pretend I give a fuck.
I have to pretend I'm nice and sober.
Yeah. Tonight, I'll be playing the role of somebody with a fuck to give.
I'll pick and choose where I shed my tears.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez. Ain't that the fucking truth of it, though?
Yeah.
It really is. You got to pick your fights.
Yeah.
No, I learned very quickly, befriend your cook. They will save your life.
Yeah. It always trips me out when you have people, and it occasionally happens where you'll have front of the house people come in who instantly try to start a beef with the kitchen.
Why?
It's like,
do they want to die?
We're the best friends you could have. We will also put your ass in a dumpster. But we could feed you. I could feed you dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Just to be cool, I could be have some fucking chicken tenders, bro.
Yeah. Here's extra fries on the side,
I put 2 meals in this box.
Yeah, that's for you. Or I could be you're sleeping in the grease trap tonight, bitch.
Yep.
Marked man you are.
Yeah.
No, if you're going to start a beef, do it with your busser. You can deal without them.
Yeah.
Good advice there.
Yeah.
I feel like
befriend
the
your dish
bussers
pit,
are
your
hired.
Bartender, and your cook, and you're set.
I feel like the whole point of bussers, and no hate on bussers, I started there, guys. So if you're a busser right now and you're listening to this, don't be like, well, fuck this guy, he's anti-busser. But you guys are the whipping boys of the fucking restaurant industry. At some point, you have to realize the reason why bus people move up so often is because your job isn't really necessary. They just hire you so that it's at some point in time, someone was running a restaurant and there were no bussers, right? And they're like, this place is successful, but all of my staff keeps fucking getting at each other's throats. There's always someone hating someone. The back hates this guy in the front. And someone comes up and they're like, what if we hired some dudes, young people, and we get them to just kind of walk around and pick up dishes.
Yeah,
everyone can hate on them.
Yeah, stuff that we don't want to do. Yeah,
unite them all against a common enemy. Okay, but we only hire the laziest people possible. And if they have any motivation, we just promote them right away. And we keep the lazy sacks of shit bussing, though, because it builds morale for the rest of the crew.
It's a test of how much crap you can take before they know where to send you up further.
Yeah.
Oh, well played.
Yeah.
It's still like a working interview. You just been
Exactly.
working for 6 months now.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you took enough crap. We can send you on to front of house.
I've met some long-time bussers. That's always a thing that I find really silly when you meet someone and it's like, what do you do? And they're like, I'm a busser. Like, how long have you been working? Like, 5 years. Like, how are you a fucking 5-year busser? I'm also a DJ. I do a lot of drugs. Okay, just makes sense.
I have noticed, though, the longer a person is at busser, the less crap they give and the more they get and the more they give.
Yeah, yeah.
After about 7 years, they're running the house.
Yeah.
They've been calloused and jaded, and they're ready to just not take any bullshit from anyone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I think, too, the funny thing is, and I've seen some bussers harass on the kitchen pretty hard, just because they also have the, insight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They know the jab that can really get to a cook. Someone could walk by and, say Jeff's in the kitchen. Someone in the front of the house could walk by and be like, I hate your beard. Jeff would be like, fuck you, I run this place. The busser could walk back and be like, seems like every plate you sent out has more food on it when it comes back. Just saying. And all of a sudden you're in the kitchen. No, I'm good at what I do. I'm good at what I do. Yeah.
Fuck, Dusty. The last thing we need is a ninja busser out there just making sharp comments that hit right to the jugular.
I've been hit with one of those before. That's how I know. Yeah.
Yes. It shows.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems like nobody's liking your steak tonight, chef. Yeah. And it's funny too because people are always like, if someone's the chef, you've got to call them chef. It's like, I actually don't like that because I've seen a lot of people, occasionally you get yes, chef. It's like, cool. Thanks, chef. It's like, cool. That feels good. But more oftenly you get it like that. Oh, is this the best you can do, chef? Don't say it like that, fucker. Yeah.
Yeah. That fucking, that hits a nerve right there. You know, I mean, they're trying to poke poke you where it counts, your ego, your pride, all that shit,
Yeah.
And damn, a little bit a sarcasticness, snarkiness, or sardonicism will hit a long way.
Yeah. But it is funny, too, when someone tries to get tough with that word, because I've had that happen, too, where someone tried to start a fight with me. I think you remember 45-Minute Tom. He tried to start a fight with me at a bar, but it was funny because he was so drunk and the things he was saying, I kept not knowing whether he wanted to fight me or not. Even in the beginning, he was this close to my face, fucking right in my face for a minute talking before I realized, I'm like, oh, you're trying to start some shit. I thought you were trying to have a conversation, dude. It's loud in here. Speak up. Don't get in my face and mumble. I thought you were trying to talk to me. And you kept calling me chef, so I thought you were complimenting me. Oh, what's up, chef? What's up, huh? What are you up to, chef? Fucking not much. How are you?
Yeah. Yep. I actually remember that. Yeah. And I remember that fellow, 45-Minute Tom. Clocked in. After 45 minutes, he has to use the restroom.
Yeah, he took a number 3.
Yep, we call that a number 3 now.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I had a bartender. He'd clock in, and about 10 minutes before we opened every day, he would come find a server and let him know, I'm going to the bathroom. If anybody comes in, you have to take care of them.
Well, he has priorities, I guess.
Well, the weird thing is, what do you respond to? I'm taking a poop. How do you respond to that? Good luck?
Good luck.
Have fun?
Do it for the team, not just for yourself.
Well, where are they taking it? I mean, are they taking it here or there?
Right? Thanks. I never knew how to respond to it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Particularly after a long night. You've had a long night. Maybe you haven't slept at all. You're just trying to shake everything off, have a cup of coffee. And somebody says, like, okay, I'm going to the bathroom. You got everything.
It's on you. I'm going to be a while.
Like, people will say, like, I'm going out for a smoke. Okay, enjoy it. I got your section. But, like, you can't say enjoy it to have a poop.
You can, and it just makes for an awkward return from the poop, because then you kind of have to ask if they enjoyed it.
How was it?
How was it? Yeah. Like with the smoke, because you can be like, enjoy it. When they come back, you can be like, how was it? You know, if you ask enjoy it about a poop, you've got to follow that up when they give it back. Like, how was it?
An honest Yelp review, you know.
Give me an honest
5 stars,
review.
comments, you know.
I want a star rating on your poop and at least 100 words describing the experience.
Yeah, the server, the receiver.
The receiver. Yeah. Oh, God. There was a guy. So, yeah, the first restaurant I worked in, there was a dishwasher, right? He was an old dude. He was a dishwasher, but he was also the janitor.
That sounds like my first job.
And I swear to God, every time I tried to use the bathroom, and especially if I was going in to drop a deuce, he would show up and start cleaning something and trying to make conversation with me. Hey, brother, how you doing in there, huh? Rough morning. I'm just cleaning some urinals out here, man. It's been a long day. Oh, yeah, you new to the industry?
Haven't slept since 87.
Yeah. If I don't talk, he won't know I'm here.
Hold the feet up.
Hold the feet up, yeah.
Jeez.
Okay. Fucking A. That is just, I think that's just a weird dude is what it was, you know. Yeah.
Lonely man.
When I think back on it, I'm not actually sure he was the janitor.
I don't think he's employed there, you know.
Yeah, well, he's definitely a dishwasher, but
Well,
was he actually
definitely
employed?
washed the dishes. We don't know if he got paid for it.
Yeah, we don't know if he got paid for it. That
There's
is still
no
to be
record.
determined. Yeah.
No record.
There's
of
no
this fellow.
record of him actually existing there. I was the dishwasher. Wait.
Oh, jeez. Ghost employees. Seen him come, seen him go.
No, that would be a funny trick, though, to hire someone on for a job, like a dishwashing job, and have the dishwasher take like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and play cook, and just stand there and watch them, and just go pay a homeless dude $20 to pretend like he's training him for the first 20 minutes. And like you're telling him, so he's just super confused. Yeah, so you've like washed the dishes, I think. I used one of these before. Yeah.
Jeez. Need multiple camera angles, but I think you're onto something here.
Yeah.
I don't know. That could get dangerous. From what I understand of the dishwashers, they're very finicky.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Territorial.
Yeah. Well, that's part of his contract. You get $20, take it or leave it. But if you lose a finger, you leave it.
It's ours.
It's ours. Yeah.
Tag up on the wall next to the rest of them.
Yeah. $20, you say?
No, there's
Do you
a
know
reason
anywhere
the
I
front
can
of the
buy
house
drugs?
isn't allowed
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah.
We break stuff.
Not just stuff. I think all the nouns. Like, I think back of the house breaks places, peoples, and things.
Yeah.
You know? All the nouns.
Also, I'm going to let out a secret. And a lot of my back of the house brethren are going to hate me for this. I'll probably be ostracized and kicked out of the community. But we make a lot of stuff look scarier than it is, so people don't come back there as often. Like, I'll intentionally, like, if someone's walking back to the kitchen and they've never been into a kitchen before, I'll just start honing the biggest knife in the kitchen, even if I'm not using it. Just fucking steal on a machete. It's like, oh my God, like that machete's dull. We've never used it before.
Yeah. Just making a point there.
I think front of house does that too. New meat walks in, you load up a tray with way more plates than you would ever normally carry a tray with, just so that they know that you're going to be lifting stuff.
Yeah.
This is not AAA.
Yeah.
Enjoy this.
One of those fucking 8-foot diameter trays. Yeah.
Yell a little louder as you're going around a corner. You know
Corner!
nobody's there, but you got to intimidate the new
Yeah.
meat so they know not to mess with you.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh man, they're so loud
Oh,
and
God.
aggressive out here. I should go see how things are back in the kitchen. Shink, shink, shink. Slicer just running, fryer bubbling away. Shink, shink, shink. Straight eye contact, no food around, just straight eye contact.
maybe it's just some oddball like comment, like, I think I may have fathered a child last night.
Yeah.
Shink. Shink.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, BOH, FOH, fuck, man. We all play like a serious role in the biz, and it's tough on both sides. But it's nice to hear like some friction on the front of the house, too, like when newbies walk in.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, I was never really quite sure if there's actual, like, friction, new guy. Like, how do you guys go about, like, getting, like, the greenhorn or, wet behind the ears person up to speed?
Side work.
2 words.
Hope you like baseboards, bitch.
That's seriously the thing. Like, oh, you're new? You go fill the pepper shakers. Thank you very much. Like, I'll make tea.
Yeah.
Right on.
The complex process of making tea. Put the tea thing in, hit the button. What's on the internet?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go have a smoke, come
Go
back,
have a
do it.
smoke.
Oh, you're still working on pepper shakers? We got salt shakers coming in for you.
You've
next.
got a cup of iced tea in your hand, too. Fresh brewed, little lemon in there.
Coffee's going.
Think about, I think I'll make a pot of coffee next. Like,
yeah.
I'm in the groove here.
Cut
You
up
know what?
some
I got an
lemons,
extra
new guy. I need
time.
some for my tea.
Yeah. No, side work is definitely where it's at, but the new ones you don't mess with is the hostess, because they can make or break your night. You show them the way, but you pick on everybody else.
Okay, so it's like a Disney princess, basically.
It really is. Well, and it doesn't help that hostesses are normally young
Disney
in high
princesses.
school.
Yeah,
like,
they're typically Disney princesses.
and in a family business, they're a friend of the family.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
they've known them growing up. So why wouldn't I put you at hostess? So.
Little Prince Charmings.
Uh-huh.
I'm here because I play football, and football's done for the season.
Yep.
Yes, you are, Chad. Yes, you are. Just to seat the tables.
Which is entirely different when you go to bar, because then they don't care about the hostess. They're like, just get out of the way.
That's true. So make friends with the hostesses at first because they could designate tables and kind of orchestrate things,
But in a bar, it's a free-for-all, so once you make it to bartender, you don't care.
You don't
The
give
only
a
people you
fuck.
care about are dish pit. They control your glasses. You need those guys.
Yeah, a lot, and especially a lot of permanent bartenders. It's funny how a lot of permanent bartenders develop a complex, and a lot of them that I've met will even like try to like bump elbows with kitchen guys and kitchen people like they're the same. Like, yeah, those other guys out there, like, shut up, front of the house. Shink, shink, shink. Yeah. But also at the same time, as a cook, you always want to be nice to the bartender because, it's not the busser, the dishwasher, that's going to slip you back a shot of tequila at like 7:30, right when you get that little lull on a Friday night. And it's like, you're about to get the late night stomping. Like, here, put this, you got a tequila lime chicken? There you go.
Yeah. The symbiotic relationship between a cook and a bartender. Bourdain said it best. I mean, I can't quote him directly, but okay, he had a coke problem. Bartender was a coke dealer, and then all of a sudden, fucking, they're just set for like 8 months until somebody got fired.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't say any names as to not directly incriminate anybody that's doing well or any restaurants, but at one point in time, me and Jeff hired on our weed dealer to be our dishwasher. Because
that's the best
we were
idea
like,
ever.
He's always like, we're literally like every day at work, we're calling him up to come down. Like, dude, we got you drinks. Just bring down a bag of weed, then we'll go chill afterwards. Like, we don't want to have to walk to your house and get the weed and then get you and walk back to our house to hang out.
I know, we still got like 3 hours to go on the clock,
Yeah.
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 That's a brilliant
And so,
idea.
yeah, I hired him on as the dishwasher, and he's actually more successful than either of us now. He's a restaurant owner.
Probably both combined.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he had 2 jobs.
Yeah, he had 2 jobs.
An entrepreneur, if you will.
Yeah, he was. He was very entrepreneurial. He was
Still
a rap.
is.
He was a token white guy for a rap band too. I remember that at the time. And she'd
3
show me
jobs.
pictures. I think he was in a music video that they did too. He's just like the token white guy over there. It's not rapping or anything, just being
there.
white on the corner of the shop.
For the hype.
We need him to contrast. Yeah.
Gotta grab somebody some other way.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's the way you got to do it. You got to staff according, and you got to make friends within the staff too.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always kind of been a firm believer in that also, as well as like, I treat most of the staff good. Unless you're a total dipshit or you're an asshole, then I will treat you with mad respect. And if you do good, I'll eventually go out of my way to show you like, hey, we're cool, you know. Here's a little pizza or something like that. Like, you did good.
You're a nice cook.
Yeah, I'm a nice cook, yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing you always had for you. I never did.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember at one point walking back in and there being a fight between a server and a cook and another cook. And at one point they turned to me and threw a bunch of insults. It was like, that's nice. Can I have that plate of nachos? And he literally looks at me and goes, I can't insult you to save my life. And I go, no, not really. And he goes,
I need to
we'll
rub
get
those
along
nachos.
great.
Yeah.
There you go.
Handed me the nachos after that. He was my best friend.
Oh, yeah. And that's the key, too, is, you know, it's good servers. Good servers versus bad servers. Good front of the house people versus bad front of the house people. Like, and especially if you're trying to start shit with the kitchen, then, you know, you don't get food, you get
You
yelled
have a
at.
death wish.
Yeah. Because that does happen a lot, too, where you'll get people who are like, no, I'm going to go back and argue with the kitchen about something. I used to have a guy, Pinche Kevin. I talked about him before on the podcast, but he would do that. He would go out of his way all the time to do that. And that guy was the worst. Absolute worst. He'd ask, like, he'd get a table and convince them to get the steak special, but it's too much, so they'd want to split it. Like, cut our steak in half.
As
Like,
a
it
server,
won't
you
cook
don't
right.
want them to split it.
No, you want
make
the
more money if they buy
Yeah.
2 plates.
Exactly,
yeah.
That's basic arithmetic.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And as a human being, you got to realize too that splitting the steak doesn't mean you get to order it at 2 different temperatures either.
God, no.
Yeah.
No,
It's like,
splitting
he
the
sent it
steak
back
means
and
you
it's
cut
like,
it in half yourself at the table.
Yeah, he's sent it back and it's like half mid rare, half well done. Like, I can't physically do that to a piece of meat. I could put this half, if I dangle this half on my grill and just leave the other half hanging off the grill, we might accomplish that, but it's going to be a really nasty steak.
If I could accomplish this, I'd probably not be working here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Be working at the circus.
Seriously.
Or a
NASA.
magic show or NASA. Yeah. Here's how you cook something and leave it raw at the same time, NASA. Eat a dick.
Still love you, NASA. It's still Jeff over here.
Yeah, we still want to be friends. We like science and space science.
Please stop blocking my calls.
He just really wants to talk to you. You know what the problem is, right? You're just at that stage in your relationship. You need to go to NASA. Go to NASA. Play
Bring them
some
a
Peter
puppy.
Gabriel over your head. You know, bring a puppy.
Who can say no to
Peter
a puppy?
Gabriel over your head. Boombox, leather jacket. Then NASA will let you back in.
Peter Gabriel, though. I mean, I'm thinking like Rocket Man, you know? so-
Rocket Man!
You know, I
yeah.
mean, well, that'd probably scare him off.
That would, yeah. He's got a rocket!
And a puppy.
And a puppy! He's got a puppy rocket! Oh my god, that's what we need to start shooting at places. We could get world peace figured out. Puppy rockets, go. We just launch puppies everywhere.
In areas
T-shirt
of conflict.
cannons, but they're puppy cannons.
But they're puppy cannons, yeah.
Every area of conflict across the globe. Let's launch puppies.
Carpet bombing cities that are unhappy
Exactly.
with just puppies. Yeah. You all have puppies now.
Watch
Be
it.
happy.
Be happy. Yeah.
Then it'll be like one puppy that like gets in the control room and like puts his paw on the big red button and like all the nukes fly.
Well, that's why we replaced the nuclear warheads with puppies. So when the nukes do fly,
Those poor
it's
puppies.
just puppies. Yeah, no explosion. No explosion, you know. Just a giant nuclear missile, and right before it hits, the top pops off, and a bunch of puppies just boop,
Parachute out.
down. The bomb just falls lifeless to the ground.
With puppy feed.
With puppy feed. Yeah, it's full of puppy feed. That way you can feed all the puppies. Oh, no.
I think we just conquered world peace.
We would, but people suck. They would weaponize the puppies, for sure.
Probably.
Yeah. Like, don't go to that country. They have weaponized puppies. It's scary as fuck.
It's terrifying.
Terrifying.
Got laser beams on their eyes, and they're just all happy all the time.
Yeah. They literally kill you with cuteness. Yeah.
You think they're all cute.
You think they're all cute. I've literally seen someone's face melt from looking at one of them rolling around trying to catch a butterfly. Too much cuteness. Oh, God.
Not surprising in this town.
Yeah.
What was that? I just saw like a tweet or some message the other day where like this lady was walking down the sidewalk, texting her phone, and physically ran into a deer. And got like all freaked out about it. Like, what the fuck, you know? And the deer's like halfway freaked out, but like just stood there like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? You're
Watch
not
where
a car.
You're walking.
Yeah, exactly. On a sidewalk, you know, probably like the Riverwalk or whatever, you know, but just was texting and ran into a fucking deer.
Yeah.
Ooh, I felt all this like weird hair and shit, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, God, I like to imagine that deer going back home, too. Like, guys, I got hit by a human today. Oh, shit. Are you all right, Bill? Are you all right?
You
Are you all
insurance?
right? My wife died from that same thing.
I got a lawyer.
No, and she was walking. It's crazy as shit, man.
Just the human, not
Just
the car.
human, not the car. Did she have headlights?
Do deers have lawyers, actually?
Do deers have lawyers? Yeah.
Maybe in Durango.
Deer law
anywhere,
is actually
definitely.
something to get into practicing here, I feel like. This would be the town for deer law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The deer is obviously walking, and when the walk sign said, cross the street.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They do that in packs, you know?
They do that in packs.
No, I try
Yeah.
to tell people deer use the crosswalks down here, and they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
believe me. And I constantly send photos of them doing it to people. Like, look, it did it again.
Yes, indeed. I mean, got a different sort of city deer here. I found that out.
Oh, yeah, a whole different kind of city deer.
You know, like
They run this town.
Oh yeah, totally. They don't care.
Yeah, no, we live in their town.
Yup.
Yeah.
jeez.
I bet they have reports about all the humans around all the time. Little deer reports that they do down by the riverside. You guys see all the humans in our fucking town? What the hell?
I had to brush out a few just to get a watering spot at the local river here, you know?
They're getting smarter, Bill. I saw one of them use a crosswalk the other day.
No, for sure. Remind me, check into like being a deer lawyer tomorrow because I think I have a new trade. You know, city rights for deers.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
deer law.
Exactly.
That's got to be a thing. That's got to be a thing here.
Yeah, if we got grandfather laws, we definitely have like deer laws.
Yeah.
Has to be something along those lines.
Yeah. Well, there's all kinds of deer things that happen in this town, too. So it seems like there would be a lot of deer law to get into. You know?
Okay, so like maybe just like call them in the local Herald newspaper, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of like a Dear Abby, like Abby Deer. You
Yeah.
know? It might work.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Hold on. I'm doing it just for that. I'm doing it. You son of a bitch.
Okay, you know. Got me there with
Got
your
me
drums
there.
and cymbals.
With your cymbals and your drums. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they get into a lot of shit. I could see that. Defending against deer assaults and whatnot.
You know, just a deer trying to like hang out here, like rummage some grass or garbage or water or whatever.
Yeah.
And I want them on the west hill instead of the east hill, you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to cross the street right here and now.
Your Honor, my client was assaulted when this man let his dog chase and bark. She was clearly enjoying a nice meal in the middle of a field. I demand $10,000. You get to keep 1,000 and then you just feed the other 9,000 to the deer.
And a city bus pass.
This deer needs to get to travel on the city bus.
It would happen in this town. I could defend him.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could totally see a deer just wandering onto the bus in this town. Nonchalantly. I mean, what would you do?
Yeah. Take it
Mind your own business.
Yeah.
Do you know where you're going?
Yeah, do you know, Walmart? Oh, yeah, a deer on the bus. Especially if it had a bus pass.
Uh-huh.
They just put like one of those like wristbands around their antlers or whatever.
Yeah, just the fucking the little band just hanging off of an antler. Like,
I don't
okay,
know. I think
I'm not
I'd be
gonna
terrified of that deer. Like, that deer might have killed a guy for that bus.
He might have killed. I'm not gonna ask
He
questions.
really needs to get to Walmart.
He might not be done yet.
I'm
Then you're really freaked out when
Walmart.
he gets off at the needle exchange. You're like, oh my god, he's a junkie.
All right, just saunters on up to like the archery store.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this dude doing?
Good Lord.
Just go wreck shit in the archery store. Payback, bitches.
Bus driver, here's $20. Just keep driving.
Just keep driving. Yeah.
Don't look back.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Durango shenanigans.
Yeah. Yeah.
See that happen.
They are fucking wild up here, though, man. They stop and look at you in cars. Even when you honk at them, they just stop and they're like, what?
So,
Either go around or wait.
have you ever driven through Evergreen?
No.
Neither have I.
Evergreen is this small mountain town that has this herd of elk that I swear have a bet going on how many cars they could get stopped, because for no reason whatsoever, about 4 of this 50 herd of elk will just walk out into the road and stare at the cars for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, and you're just stuck there like,
Elk are big motherfuckers, dude.
yes.
You don't fuck with that. That's like, I'll honk at a deer. Like, you see a big bull elk, like, I'm not even going to honk at that guy. He can do his own thing. Like, not going to bother you, sir.
Uh-huh.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah, elk and moose, both are huge mammals, all right? I've seen both of them running down a hillside, across the highway in front of me, and there's barbed wire fences on both sides, but they did not jump. They just kind of like stepped in front of it at full gallop down the hill. You know, I mean, just stepped over it, like not even having to jump, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, were they together?
No.
Oh God!
That was my
I
question.
just imagined like a moose and elk race, just going across the road. Like, man, they're gearing up for the Olympics, the Elk Olympics.
Yeah, dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
What started that stampede?
Yeah,
I'm not
they didn't
sure.
like the Elk Olympics joke. I'll give it a womp. I'll give a womp to
matter
that
of
one.
time.
Yeah. Pulling out the sound effects, people. We're still waiting for Timmy to join this conversation. He may or may not be a part of this podcast.
Well,
He might
we'll
be
see.
lost and wandering around somewhere down in Arizona.
I bet you right now he's frustrated, angry, and probably in pain.
Probably all 3 of those things.
Yeah.
But that's just called life as Timmy. He's always been like that.
Well, yeah, I know. I have a safe bet here.
It's a safe bet, yeah. Yeah. Also joining us today, we have a guest dog. We have Xander in the house. I'm sure you may have heard him making some noise in the background.
Hanging out with Ghostface Killer.
Yeah.
Brothers from different mothers.
Little dog party. We tried to set up a dog podcast, but that would never work because they're dogs.
Yeah.
You never know. It could be very popular.
It could be, yeah.
Leave
yeah.
it on when you leave your dog home alone.
Yeah,
Like,
he loves podcasts. What has he been listening to? They're up to 100 episodes on the Dogcast.
that's right.
It's just 2 dogs making dog noises,
Barking at things that go
barking
by.
at things that go by,
like-
talking
Or-
about politics and the economy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
We don't know.
They get into all kinds of things when we got like, holy shit, they got really in depth about the grip religion has on the economic. I lost it there.
Have you seen either of them poo yet? I've never seen any of these humans poop at all.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
A whole 10-minute debate about pooping. People don't poop. I don't believe they do.
There's the big debate about what is in that room in the house.
Yeah, what's in
We're
the room?
not really allowed to go in. We get yelled at every time we punch the door open.
What's in the room?
What happens in there?
I'm
They're
just
in there
asking
forever.
questions. Oh. Yeah.
Cognitive dogs.
Tonight on some things we like to sniff. Yeah. Butts, right? Am I right?
Bushes.
Bushes. Oh, random patches of grass.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That rock.
Join us later for our segment, Cats, What the Fuck?
On a side note, what if there are totally like multiple dimensions, multiple realities happening right now, and each one of us are like a dog or a cat that's we circulate with at the same time? You know, I mean, what if like all this like space dimension time shit like just smash into one, and we are everything all right now, and each of us get like a cat or a dog.
Okay. I like that. Also, sci-fi, if you're listening. Yeah, that was a pitch, so send me your money, bitches.
Yep, still Jeff over here. Come on,
yeah. Make out the check to Howley Boys, because I'm getting my cut too, motherfucker.
Finder's fee.
Finder's fee. Yeah. Oh, fucking A. Well, I think quick break time is in order, and then we will move on to the second half of the podcast, folks.
Hells yeah. Thanks for listening so far. Catch up with you soon.
Yeah. And we are back. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Back in the house. We still have Mirika sitting here with us.
Hello.
Hanging out over here.
Thanks for joining us. Like we got just Dusty over there.
Yeah.
Still Jeff over here.
Yep. Same people, same place, all that good stuff. So, yeah, jumping right back in. Tell us how you got out of the industry.
So, after working at so many places, serving became kind of just mundane.
a burden on the soul.
Pretty much. And after getting home frustrated so many times, my wife actually sent my resume out to other places.
A subversive maneuver there.
Yeah.
I constantly thank her for it.
Oh, good deal. You know.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good way to get out. And that is a sign too that it's been wearing on you enough.
Oh yeah.
The person closest to you is just like, no, we're gonna go ahead and
we're gonna get you out of this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I do remember like the Holly Boys catered your lady's wedding, you know.
Oh yeah.
Did? Yeah.
Yeah. Back when we were doing catering. Yeah.
Delicious food.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, magnificent ceremony, by the way.
Oh yeah,
thank
the
you.
awesome wedding. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you how the cupcakes went down?
No, how'd the cupcakes go down?
So after the wedding, we took like all the cupcakes because we had so many cupcakes left over. We took all the food back to our place, and we had a bunch of people over, and they're like the wedding party and everything. We're hanging out. And my friend Wes comes out of the kitchen, and in his arms, I kid you not, he has like 8 cupcakes. And he's like eating more. And he's like, is it bad that I keep eating all of these? And I look at him and go, no, because then I don't have to. So they were a hit.
Yeah. Kim made a fleet of cupcakes for that. Yeah.
They were gone within the week.
Fuck yeah.
Cousin Kim slays it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like her baking strategy too. She's like a master baker, but she has to be completely baked. Like she has to hit a certain level of high before it's even like I can even fuck with baking.
Feasible or whatever.
Yeah. But once she hits that level, She can bake anything.
She's a master baker.
Yeah, she's a master baker. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got her credentials, that's for sure.
Right? Especially since she did it in that oven.
Yeah, dude, that oven. We had a silly oven. I'm pretty sure Play School makes a larger oven than we had. And now Mirika has. They took over our old house. So
yeah, somebody came in and was like, "Oh, you have a half oven." I was like, "Well, that explains it."
Have you ever heard of a hobbit? Your oven's basically like the hobbit of the oven world.
And you have 4 bedrooms.
Yeah.
I've come to the conclusion that the kitchen is my least favorite room in that house, and if I had it, I would totally redo that kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one that's always been with me, too. Like, I would totally, completely redo that kitchen. But other than that house is fucking...
Oh, yeah, it's marvelous. Like, with that kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got the trails right behind you, all the way up to Hogsback and all that stuff.
Yeah, big wraparound yard. All those trees, too. Those trees would be gone.
I don't know. I kind of like I like the privacy they give from the trail.
I like the privacy. I guess I would cut them back a lot.
We did do a little tree trimming.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely...
They were getting monstrous. They were getting gnarly. They were creeping over. They were like reaching out towards you when we left.
I love them, but I don't like the sap that they emit.
So much
that's where I'm at and where Xander's at.
Yeah.
That's why I would get rid of the trees, but I would probably just replace them with other trees.
Like palms?
Less sappy trees. Yeah, I'd put up palm trees.
Just a whole bunch of aspens.
Yeah. Aspens, they're pretty. They block out stuff, and they're not all sappy.
Exactly.
Yeah, in 12 years they'll block out stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's why you buy it. A 13-year-old aspen. If we're buying, if we're talking about owning that house, that's pretty tits house. That means you got money. So obviously you got some aspen money sitting around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't deny that.
Yeah.
No, I recently had to fight a few off coming up from under the deck.
Oh, yeah.
My roommates definitely thought that was hysterical. They just walk out there and watch me just yoink half this tree up through the deck.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And every now and then you get just the leaves. You're like, well, I'll see it in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Well, it's very proper preventative maintenance on you, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I will not stand. Yeah, I don't know.
My sister was all into the idea of wanting to get an aspen tree when she was here before, and talking about getting an aspen tree and taking it back down.
They're hard to
Texas
do that with.
Yeah, and I told her, I'm like, they're hard, but if you want one, I know where there's some. I know where there's some saplings.
Right, but yeah,
for sure, there's always some saplings in that backyard. But no, I wouldn't survive in Texas.
The transplant itself.
Yeah.
They're a high altitude plant, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
you know, and so you can't drop them down 3,000 feet in elevation.
No, that would be bad for them.
Yeah.
They're called aspens, not Austins.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You never heard that wah, wah, wah.
Oh, so where were we? Yeah. It's a bad joke, so it deserves it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, we're starting here, we're starting to kind of go back into lockdown. That's a little current events for us, and as far as Durango.
What opinions do you have about that, Mirika? You know?
It makes sense.
Yeah.
If a disease is spreading rampantly around the community.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people getting sick now.
I don't understand why we're against not getting this.
Yeah.
They have their jobs. They're scientists. They're smarter than I am in their field, you know?
Uh-huh.
I don't want them to, tell me how to cook a grilled cheese sandwich, okay?
Right.
That I would question. I would be like, sir, no.
I don't know. Maybe they have some secret, awesome, good way of making a grilled cheese sandwich that we don't know
They make it
about.
with science.
Exactly.
They science a grilled cheese sandwich up.
Uh-huh.
You start with bread molecules.
The fuck out of a grilled cheese sandwich, right?
Yeah.
It's just a throwdown. You want to go?
Yeah. Come on, Bill Nye.
That sounds like a good cooking show. Chef versus scientist.
Chef versus scientist. Oh my God, that's the $1 million idea.
There's no difference between the two of them, though. There's no difference.
No, spoken like a guy who wants to call himself a scientist.
Okay. Sure. I don't have my doctorate yet, but
We're not scientists. Let's be honest with ourselves. We're alchemists at best. We don't science shit. We just combine ingredients and put them in a pot until it's smoked.
turn lead into gold.
Turn lettuce into gold.
Looks like we got Kim joining the party here pretty quick.
Yeah, Kim's coming in. Should we take... Yeah, we'll take another quick little impromptu break because the dogs are about to go crazy. So that way you guys don't have to hear all the dogs going crazy. But yeah, we'll be right back, folks. Bye. And we are back again. And yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and get it started right off the bat.
Well, hi, Dusty.
Hi, Jeff. How's it going?
It's still just Dusty over there. Still Jeff over here. And our guest tonight, Mirika, still hanging with us.
Yeah.
Something tells me that she could be the mediator on this one.
So
the way you guys are sitting sets it up like
that. Yeah, it does kind of. So Jeff here ran out of Red Bull. And I encourage anyone in the comments to challenge him on this with your better ideas for substitution. But he considered ginger ale a substitution for Red Bull.
There's a very definite high content of sugar in ginger ale, that comes straight forward. It does not have like a...
There's a high content of ginger, though.
Well, maybe, depending on which brand you buy. Okay. Now, let's take in the fact that it does not have like the vitamin taurine or the vitamin B12 or the vitamin niacin. Mm-hmm. Those are all vitamins, right?
Yeah. Caffeine, vitamin.
Yeah, actually half those are minerals. I was hoping you'd catch that.
I did. Yeah, I did. That's why I threw caffeine into the mix. Yeah. It also has methamphetamine in it, which is a vitamin.
I guess if you break it down.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Where is it? Okay. Oh, God.
Yeah, so I chose ginger ale tonight instead of Red Bull because I could not find the Red Bull, and ginger ale had sugar and is conducive to my digestive stream, I guess, Well,
I mean, I'm not disagreeing that the ginger ale is by far better for you. I'm just saying, for a substitute, I probably would have went with a different energy drink and not ginger ale. If I'm trying to match the flavor,
I'm gonna argue that one because all the other energy drinks have very distinct flavors.
I guess that's a good point. A Monster vodka would be shit. That would be horrible.
A Rockstar vodka, it could be okay, but it's not gonna have that same punch to it. It's going to be different. At least ginger ale, you're getting it different.
Thank you so great. Thank you so much for that. All right. Because if I had a vodka and Rockstar or Monster, it just tastes wrong. One way there, it tastes wrong. It's not what I wanted. So why go after something I wanted? Just substitute something else that I know will taste like something different.
I guess that's a good point. If your end goal is a vodka ginger ale and not like a fake vodka.
Oh no, Bull. The end goal is vodka and ice.
The end goal is the vodka. The rest of it's just a boat.
Exactly. I hope I did answer your question there.
Yeah. Okay. So you answered my question. Good rebuttal. Like I said, people in the comments, let us know what you think. What are your thoughts on this? What would you substitute?
I'd probably go with something not ginger ale. Just something utterly different, like a dark soda or something. Just so it's different enough.
To where you can hit it later properly?
Well, so that when you're, you pick it up and you're like, oh yeah, this is my vodka Red Bull. And then you're like, oh, it's ginger ale. Yeah, that's right. It's,
so
it's going to be different.
So I see what you're getting at there too. That's a good point. Go for something visually different so you don't confuse yourself every drink.
Big mental shift in that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we always drink with our eyes first, I guess.
We do, yeah. Until the fourth or fifth one, and then you drink with your mouth first. Yeah.
Preferably a straw between.
Yeah. I've drank plenty of drinks that I did not see. Yeah. Shots? What? Oh, I didn't even look at that. What were we drinking?
Well, that's the proper way to do a shot.
All of a sudden, it was imaginary.
Yeah. You said shots. I put something in my mouth. We're good.
Onward.
Onward. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Good times, though. All right, so front of the house, Miss Nice to the America, did you ever find yourself like getting to like that point where you could not tolerate, say, either customers or back of the house people, one of the two, to where it just got like that breaking point?
Customers, yes, because you always have those regulars that you're like, please don't seat me in my section. Please don't seat them in my section. Please, anybody else's section. And then they wind up in yours. You're like, dang it. Put on the smiley face and walk on out there. Like, but no, I feel like most of it is like front of house versus front of house. Like,
okay. There's a lot of FOH drama in the world.
Like, there really is, because, like.
A lot of times, you guys don't need the back of the house to get in on any of that. You guys
You
guys got some plot lines going on up front yourself.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so like there is tension there, and you feel like that's the most tension like in the whole biz as itself, the industry?
From my perspective, I'm going to say yes, but I do know people who have like back of house, front of house tensions, but I feel like those are mostly like spats and then you move on. But like front of house, you're just constantly in each other's space. You have the same tiny little 4-foot square thing to break in. Like, it's just, you're stepping on people, you're hitting each other. Like,
yeah.
All right,
not necessarily punching, but you get it.
Not yet. Yeah. Well, and also too being next to each other, like anyone else's shortcoming, that affects your job. So that creates anger too,
Yep.
So and so partied too hard, and they're not doing so good today. Like, well, I fucking partied hard, and I'm doing great.
So and so didn't show up today. That's great. I haven't had a day off in a month.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar, actually.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Jeez.
think at one point the manager found out that 2 of us had been working for 3 months straight without a day off, and flat out told us that if anybody called us, we were supposed to say F you and hang up the phone.
Yep.
And it took them 3 months to catch on to that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I've had those days before, though, too, where it's like you go on a long run, and then, like, I get a day off, and my instant response is, I'm turning off my phone.
Uh-huh.
Like, you don't get to call me today. Like, my phone is off, and it's in the room.
Yeah,
so I can't even turn it on. It's too far away.
I'm in the middle of nowhere with no service.
Yeah.
And that one person who caused it caused like the whole world not to be able to get in touch with you for at least 12 hours.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's your mom. That's your like whole fucking, bros, all that stuff. No one gets a chance to talk to Dusty.
Yeah.
Yup. Definitely had a few of those days.
Yeah. Because sometimes you do, and it's not even just work. Sometimes you do have to take a day off of the world.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I hear you.
Where it's like you're just going to lounge, read a book, watch a movie, do some shit like that. But just take a day off of the outside world. Like, I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to entertain anyone. I'm not going to do shit. I'm just going to sit here and be a vegetable and consume media and fucking Cheetos.
Well, I think I'd call that untying, Like, I've been thinking about this a lot today as far as, I guess, reeling things back in closer to home, like not leaving the house and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. It's a lot like untying, like social communications,
Yeah.
At least personal ones. I mean, we still, like, thankfully, our podcast and all that shit, But, it's just untying, like, personal engagements, that you're so, like, wound up in, like a Gordian knot or whatever, It's nice to, like, let loose like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It gives you time to think and reflect and shit like that. You don't do that shit when you keep moving.
Exactly, You're trying to, like, stay out of the trenches. You're trying to stay out of the rut, You got to keep on moving.
Yeah. I'll actually occasionally, even once every few months, I'll just take a day or a night especially at night. It typically ends up being a night where I'll work, and I'll get off of work, and then my typical entertainment time, because like that's the time I typically do most of my like video gaming or watching movies, is like the late night hours after I get off of work.
Uh-huh.
So instead of doing that, I'll just leave everything turned off and just sit there and think for a little bit. It's like, wow, you don't realize until you do that how much shit doesn't actually get processed while you're going. Like, there's so much shit that it's like, no, throw that aside. We'll deal with it later. That's a good idea. Throw that aside. We'll deal with it later. I got shit to do. You start sitting down and you're like, oh, I was onto something with that idea. Or fuck, I didn't realize that before. You know?
Yeah, it seems like it's getting caught up in like some weird fucked up hamster wheel style of scenario, you know? I mean, you got to keep on going, otherwise it all goes to shit. But you realize it's already gone to shit. Have to like stay on top of this hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Break the cycle.
Break the cycle.
We got to, you know.
Got to break the cycle. Because, that constant running, that gets you nowhere. Yeah.
For sure. You know, I mean, have like different passions, you know, like have your passion, like have like other side passions, whatever's, you know. Mm-hmm. You can't just like brush one tooth at a time, you know.
Yeah.
You've got like multiple things going on, you know. So give yourself like some options of different things to get into, whether it be, you know, video, audio, or musically, lyrically.
Do something. Yeah.
Exactly, you know.
Go on a hike. Hiking, biking.
Yeah, give yourself like multiple teeth to brush, you know?
Yeah. Because, we got all deep there for a second. We're getting all deep. Yeah.
No, sorry. I just had to say it, you know?
Just had to say that. But, yeah. Do it. Yeah, do it. Come on, you fucker. Do it. That's peer pressure. That's how that works.
And this is still Jeff. Soon I'll have like a 1-900 number you can call into, and I can talk to you directly. I guess I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Aren't the 1-900 numbers weren't those like porn lines though?
Oh, geez.
So it's the 800s that are normal. Call Jeff. Yeah. Well, he'll talk to you about deep introspective stuff in a sultry voice.
Still stimulating, just mentally.
Just mentally.
Goddamn, there I am showing my age. You know what 1-900 numbers are.
Oh, yeah. Tell me again to get a hobby.
Good times, guys.
Good times. For $2.99 a minute. Oh, man. I wonder what those people are doing. Like, are the phone lines struggling in the future? Like, is there still like 2 or 3 kicking around? There's like 3 people working there. Like, we're going to make the quota this year. We're going to make it. We're not going to have to let someone else go.
Oh, no. If they were smart, they created streaming things and apps, and they just moved on from the phones.
Yeah, all onto the apps. But that's what I like to think is that there's still like,
there's that one
hold it on there. Yeah, just that one diehard holding on. The Office is still looking exactly like it's the 70s.
They've got the same, like, 15 clients that call in.
And they have the only phone booth that actually works in the whole entire world. Right outside their office
Right
store.
outside their office. Yeah.
And everybody wonders why there's a phone booth right there.
What is that, Mom? Oh, I think that's an art exhibit or something.
No, that's where Clark Kent goes.
That's where Clark Kent goes to change his clothes.
My biggest question about Clark Kent is, what does he do with the cape?
Yeah. Where does he store the cape? Is it just like awkwardly, really compressed, like wrapped around him underneath his suit?
Does he roll it up and kind of look like he's got a hunch? Like, where does the cape go? Because he's wearing a pant with a belt.
Oh my God! What if? Because the cape is the baby blanket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what if he's got some like weird complex, right? And so he keeps it just under the clothes, tightly wrapped around him. And you take that cape off, and he just flips it. That's my blankie.
Okay, well, that's not a bad idea there.
Superman's 2 weaknesses, kryptonite and his blankie.
Lack thereof.
Or lack of blankie, yeah.
May I suggest a different idea here? I will say that, so Superman goes through like multiple G's of acceleration throughout, like flying around everywhere and all that jazz, all right? And so therefore, like when he lands in a phone booth, switches back up, he stuffs his cape around him, kind of like an adult, like Depends style fashion. It's like it'll be like a sonic boom when his bowels fucking hit after like all those fucking G's, you know. He's gonna defecate himself in his...
He wraps it around like a diaper. Oh, this is gonna come down. It's coming downstairs soon. I can feel it. Yeah. And it's got to be that. Otherwise, you know, it could actually hurt people.
Exactly. You know,
if he doesn't use the super diaper,
he's still protecting the world.
Still protecting the world. Yeah.
It's my theory.
Yeah. And also phone booths, though. I always found that was a very funny thing because they all have tons of windows.
Uh-huh.
Like, how would you not notice a dude walking into a phone booth and then a big blur in the phone booth and Superman getting out? Like,
and that dude is no longer in the phone booth.
Yeah, it's like, wow, I guess that guy's Superman. There would be no way for me to know who he was if he wasn't a star reporter. Like, if he had just chose construction, he could do that. He could change anywhere.
All the way down.
Yeah,
like, porta potties all the way down this line.
Oh, my God. The spin in a porta potty would create a vortex. That would not be pretty.
That's why they eventually moved it to elevator shafts.
Which
doesn't really make much sense in my head, because do they have hatches at the top?
To get out of the roof?
Yeah.
No, he just blasts through someone's roof.
The Daily Planet has had to have a huge insurance bill.
No shit.
They don't even know who it is. Yeah. Why does that section of roof always blow out?
Like, it's just this one section.
Must be raining today.
Uh-huh. Like, the poor elevator. Like...
We should get Clark Kent reporting on this. Raccoons. It's raccoons. You got raccoons. Yeah. Oh, and I do love that too. Like, I think that would be. It's being a reporter is the best and worst trick for a superhero, because also like you could totally just like change the story anytime it comes out about you. Like Clark Kent is Superman. Like, no, lies. No, the Daily Gazette is peddling lies is what happened. I have an article about it right here. Yeah. And it says Lex Luthor is fucking Superman. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, Peter Parker kind of did that. I mean, all the stories of Spider-Man were based off a lot of his photos that he took all the pictures. Yeah. So any of the news.
So he looked good.
It's all going to be good news.
Yeah. It's going to be good. It doesn't look like he's beating up a mentally ill person who thinks they're a rhino. Yeah. Like, now when I take the pictures, it looks good. Yeah. You don't see the part where he was asking where he was at, and I kept punching him.
Man, maybe he should take some crisis counseling courses, you know, talk him out of this instead of beating up somebody who might have a disability.
Yeah. But seriously, though, like Superman. Superman's a good example of, I would pick a job that's way less public. That way it wouldn't matter. Like, someone could see you and they'd be like, oh my God, you're Superman's secret identity. Who are you? Like, don't fucking worry about it. I'm a janitor at a middle school. Nobody knows my fucking name. You could say my name on TV and people I work with would be like, sounds familiar.
The best one. Guys, you're never going to believe who served us last night.
Yeah. It was fucking Superman. No way, dude. It was. It was for sure Superman.
Man, he works at the Olive Garden down on the corner.
Yeah. He had glasses on, but I swear, he was totally Superman.
Looks like it's tax season. Yeah, got a job.
What was his name? I never remember the server's name, dude.
Nobody ever does.
Nobody ever does.
But as a server, you get yelled at if you don't give your name.
Hi, welcome to Olive Garden. I'm Clark Kent. I'll be taking your order. You just said it. What was your name? Was it Ken? Ken Robbins, right?
No, Smart Ken. We got Smart Ken.
Smart Ken over here. Yeah. Tell you what would be Superman if you brought me more of them endless fucking breadsticks. I'm getting hungry. Yeah. I had to save the city. No. It says endless breadsticks on the door. I don't come to an Olive Garden because I'm classy. I come for the endless fucking breadsticks. To demean someone.
We ain't done yet.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, God. But yeah, I do feel like though that's the 90% of the people who go into places like Outback and Olive Garden these days. It's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not actually going out for a good meal. I'm going to a place where I feel comfortable demeaning the people that work there.
Either that or I'm just really hungry for some food and it's right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I forget which comedian had said it, but there was a comedian who had a bit about people being hangry. And I agree with him completely. And I understand. You get hungry, you get angry. You know, and it happens to me. But truthfully, if you really think about it, if you're not a fucking toddler, and you're not an elderly person or completely handicapped, you have no right to bitch at anyone for being hangry, you know? And that's his point. Like, you have to, if you're an adult, go eat a cracker. You can do that. You're an adult. Yeah.
I think that goes along with being an adult. Like, you have to be able to feed yourself, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's rule number one, but it's up there.
it's definitely up there.
And especially if you're in one of those situations, you're like, I'm hangry and I'm going out to eat. Like, stop and get a bag of chips. You can do that. You're an adult. You don't even have to ask permission. You don't even have to turn to someone and be like, Mom, is it okay if I can have some chips? Like, get yourself some chips. Make the decision to not be hangry.
Yeah, it's preemptive maintenance. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. While I'm stuck at work, and, you know, every day around 10 o'clock when I'm stuck at work and I take my break and I'm hangry, then fucking pack a snack, motherfucker.
Seriously.
You're an adult. You can do that. Have foresight. No one's going to do it for you. You're not a child. Pack your snack.
50 cents. Bag of peanuts goes a long way.
For real. Get a Snickers bar. They have commercials saying the same thing. Don't be an asshole. Eat a fucking Snickers.
That's right. You have no right.
You have no right. Yeah. And
Unless
especially
you're
like
on other people.
Yeah. And I mean, you have all the right in the world to be hangry and sit in it yourself. But where you lose the right is when you go out and take it out on anyone else. Like,
Don't take it out on the wait staff bringing you the food.
yeah,
damn
exactly.
it.
I'm sorry, but I'm hangry. Like, well, you shouldn't be, and that sounds like a fucking you problem. So solve it, lady.
Yeah, it's like wallow in your shit, just don't fling it, okay?
Yeah, wallow in your shit, just don't fling it.
Go sit in the corner.
Sit in the corner. Nose in the corner until you learn a lesson. I want a restaurant where they make people do that. You sit in the corner. You can have breadsticks when you've been quiet for 15 minutes.
Guess what? Our corner is the dish pit.
Yeah.
Get after it.
You have your breadsticks when you're done.
When you're
Exactly.
done. Yeah. When the dish is in, you can have your breadsticks. As they look to the 50-year-old man, when do the dishes end? I haven't seen the end yet.
That's the point.
That's the point. Yeah. And now my watch has ended. He just kills over. Yeah. That's how you get a new dishwasher in a restaurant. You just trick someone to walking back there. And they work until you trick someone else to walking back there, and then they can die.
It's not inaccurate.
No, it's terrifying. It's a terrifying visual, and it's so terrifying because I know the accuracy of it.
I've seen it. I've seen it a million times. Yeah. Yeah.
And if you graduate from Dish Pit, you're going to go prep the blue cheese dressing.
Yeah. You get to move up to prep.
Hey,
Yeah.
just-
Unless we don't like you. If you do shitty at dishwashing, we promote you to busser.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although I knew a person that wanted to be busser so that he could be out with the female wait staff.
Yeah.
So he was all down for that one.
Yeah.
Predator buzzer.
Well, when I took
He was one of the best bussers ever.
yeah, when I took my
Probably
first
good predator
job,
as well.
it probably could. When I took my first restaurant job, yeah, that's how I got started, was dishwasher and busser. But then I picked up all the bussing shifts because, like I had mentioned earlier, that was the place where the dishwasher was a weird old fucking dude that come try to talk to me in the bathroom all the time. And then also, the bussers got tips. And even though it wasn't much, I never got tips before. So I was like, if I can walk out of here with a pack of smokes every night,
That's
I
the goal.
am feeling good about life. Yeah. But then I made the mistake. I was a busser and made the mistake, instead of just doing that for a couple weeks, of standing in the kitchen and watching what they were doing and having one of the guys yell at me about just standing there watching them. And I'm like, what? There's nothing else to do. And he's like, go bust tables. And I'm like, all the tables are bust. He's like, go do dishes. I'm like, all the dishes are done. You want to learn how to cook?
Oh, fuck.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, I'll try my hand at it. Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Hook, line, and sinker there.
Yeah. Cut to 16 years later. Yeah. Here we are, chewed up and spit out.
16 years. Goddamn. Where was I when I was 16 years deep? I'm at 26 years. So that's 10 years ago. 2010, that'd be just right around like the leaky times.
Yeah, you'd be cooking with me.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
No, I took a break though because like I was all burnt out on restaurants when I was 19.
Yeah,
I was
you took a construction break.
No, I took a mustard break.
A mustard break, yeah. You also took a construction break.
That was only in the off seasons, you know.
Oh yeah, but it still counts.
I guess so if you have to pay rent.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, when I was all burnt out and fucking cooking in restaurants at like 19 years old, made a switch to making gourmet mustard instead.
Mustard?
Absolutely. Wow, wasn't that not an experience? I mean, seriously, like hundreds of gallons, you know, all around me, just making mustard, you know. And we had like our own production line, so like we bottled and jarred our own shit as well, you know. Eventually I moved up to like my own like little room full of $250,000 equipment.
Kernel of mustard. That's what they call the title, I believe, right? Yeah.
Well, that's a technical term, you know.
I moved up from private mustard to Colonel mustard.
You want to talk about the kernels of mustards, I can talk about the Dijon, you know.
I got my own billiard room. I killed the guy in it. They made a board game about it.
Damn. That would be like a new twist on a board game.
Yeah.
Colonel Mustard has to be in there.
Colonel Mustard.
Calling dibs on the name titles for a G&D.
Colonel Mustard. Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to run that by, who is it? Milton Bradley, I think. Milton Bradley owns all the games. They got the game on lockdown.
Well, all we have to do is either uncapitalize or capitalize any letter like general, you know, GNL, GN, GN,
yeah.
You know. Just fuck with those. We got it.
Yeah. Or just General Mustard.
There we go.
Yeah.
General issued mustard.
Yeah. Mustard.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
5 years, take a break from like being burnt out when I was 19.
Yeah.
Got back in like a fine dining at 205. And shit, still talking horror stories now.
Yeah. Yeah, Mirika, you got out all the way. You got all the way out. Tell people what you do. That way, all the lonely line cokes and sad front of house people in the world can fantasize about how good life could be on the outside.
So, if your wife sends your resume around, you could find yourself managing a doggy daycare where you just get to play with dogs and clean up after them all day long.
That is a victory in my book.
Fuck yeah.
Might
Congrats.
as well. It was definitely a good turnaround.
Yeah.
I imagine, you know, like everything's like all feeling better, like waking up in the morning, you know.
Oh, yeah. You don't wake up and go, oh, shit, I worked today.
I get to go hang out with dogs.
Wonder who's
None of
coming
them
in today.
can even use Yelp.
Exactly.
They don't even know how. They can literally Yelp, but they can't, like, Yelp online.
And they don't necessarily need to tip.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the only time their love is acceptable.
Yeah. All the dog love. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You made it out of the industry. Congrats.
I broke out. It felt like a big accomplishment when it happened too, because you sit there and you're like, man, I'm gonna be doing this for years. And you come home and your wife goes, I got you an interview at a place. It's a doggy daycare. Go to it tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome too, how quick that turnaround. Because it does always too. That's the thing about it, is it always seems like forever. And for a lot of people, it is forever. You know what I mean? There is never that end. So you can always look at it and see. You can literally, in most restaurants, see that it can turn into forever. And you can find people who are like,
yeah.
still have dreams, but it's like, you're a 65-year-old bartender. Why are you telling me about dreams? Like, you're past that, bro. You are way past that. Yeah.
And somehow they've always been at the same place for that amount of time. And you're like, man, I would have punched somebody, like the owner by now, and gotten fired.
Like, how long have you been here? 25 years.
40 years?
Yeah.
You see the chips on the wall? That's how many times I threw a pan at that wall.
Yeah. It's crazy, but it is good, Good to know. You can get out. You can get out and you can do good. You can do good, fun things.
That's great to hear. That's words of inspiration, Mirika. Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely, anytime.
And like we said, also, get a hobby, too, You don't necessarily have to get out of the job to stay sane, but start doing something,
For sure.
Yeah. Go walk dogs. Do some shit like that. Yeah. Go take a part-time job at a doggy daycare.
Right.
Yeah.
Hit a record button somewhere.
Yeah. Do something.
I'm liking that right there.
Yeah. And I think that about wraps it up for us tonight, folks. Mirika, great fucking having you.
Absolutely, anytime.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on over.
It's fun being here.
Yeah, totally. We'll have to get you back on sometimes. Get your lady over here too. And
oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's off folding boxes for Thanksgiving Day pies.
Oh, pie boxes. Hell yeah.
Bless her heart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she's a baker, right?
She works at a bakery.
Works at a bakery.
She does some of the baking.
Some of the baking. Nice.
So, but
she hasn't got sucked in yet.
Yeah.
She's teetering.
Yeah.
Okay. Be careful. This is coming at you from chewed up and spit out. Seriously. Be careful.
Be careful.
Get sucked in.
Yeah, don't stare at the kitchen too long or it might suck you in. Yeah.
Well, good times, guys.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, still Jeff over here.
Just Dusty.
And thanks for visiting us tonight, Mirika.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah.
All right, cheers.
Have a good night.